We are a very old organization. We were established in 101 years ago. And since then, we have very strong points in time related to our history. Well, where we are in South Brazil. Brazil is a huge country, and we are in the south area. We have a huge challenge because we serve mainly the public health system. Well, the health scenario in Brazil is very difficult at the moment. We are in a deep economical crisis in the last years. So around 4 million people lost their private health insurance plans. Almost all of our doctors, 65% of the doctors in Brazil communicate with patients through WhatsApp. That's a huge challenge because that means that our market is not ready, is not mature to technology with safety. Well, in 2017, we have the joy of discovering Tyto. It was fantastic to see the existence of that device. Then we started something very important. In 2018, in the beginning of the year, we have met the Tyto people in the CES standard that TytoCare have made in Las Vegas. Our big challenges will be to open the Brazilian telehealth market for private healthcare insurers and hospitals through the device, providing safety and effectiveness to the user, patient, and every health professional. Considering Little Prince Hospital and Twitter, the main goals will be to consolidate and improve the Cacané Porã native village as a pilot program, and to just after that to replicate the program for another 2 local native Indian villages in Paraná and 1 native Indian village in the Amazon region. We do trust that device that Tyto has brought to the world, and we do believe also that will make a huge difference to the health assistance and to the access of a good quality medicine in Brazil through that device. Thank you.
Okay, morning, good night, everyone. Thanks for joining us. The idea of this conversation is to talk about how are we breaking down the barriers to care. So a little bit of our highlights in terms of where we are now. Obviously, we're in Chile, and we are based in Santiago, which 60% of the total population more or less lives in this region, and obviously 60% of the health capacity is in Santiago. So there's lots and millions of people which are now underserved. So saying that, we have bad news because the system is now old. Unfortunately, the public sector, which is the one that serves 75% of the country, and the private ones only for 25%, are absolutely distance between one and the other in terms of the service. Okay, so there's more bad news, and this is where we come from. Unfortunately, COVID brought the health system to its knees in Chile, in Brazil, in New York, or every other country in the world. So what happens with that, obviously, year and a half ago, year and 2 months ago, it happens that the Ministry of Health in Chile and every country in the world said, stay home, stay safe, do not move, right? So saying that staying home is not their best option, we focused on the elderly and the chronic patients. 2.6 million people are plus 65 years old in Chile, and those barely 80%, most of them 80% are chronic patients, so they cannot stay home. Okay, why? Because they're going to die without the treatments. So we decided to do something and help those in need now. How? Moving the health services from the hospitals to a home care service with quality, right? Partnering with doctors, municipalities, and private companies, delivering a high quality service when they need it and wherever they need it, not just in Santiago, in the rural, in the mountains, in the rivers. So then we build it and started what we say in Spanish is contagiemos salud. It's more or less in English like spread health. What are the waiting lists? In Chile, we have the public sector, which is not it's not properly deployed, so people are waiting more or less 600 days for a specific consultation with a physician. We partnered with municipalities, with the Ministry of Health, and they provide us their doctors, their nurses, their equipments, so we can assure in Contagiemos Salud the legal and operational acceptance of the patients. Secondly, we use technology. We use, obviously, based on innovation, so high-end technology, and partnered with companies that deliver product and services behind us. So here you have some images that shows that here we have the Santiago municipality, which is obviously the biggest and the most important one of the capital of the country. We have another rural municipality, which is San Bernardo, and we have a charity fund, which is Hogar de Cristo, which is more or less if not the first, the third most important NGO in Chile.